stops us in our tracks. Bravely we prove in our striving, trudging together each day. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Good afternoon, my friends, my acquaintances, and other people that don't know me yet. Yeah, it's weird because I saw, I tagged my wife. I tagged my wife in, hey Ingrid. So I tagged my wife in a post, and it says friend, and I'm like, no, Facebook. Why doesn't Facebook list it as your wife? I mean, we can do everything else, right? Why can't we allow to have that? I think that'd be kind of cool. Um, I know you probably think I'm weird that my wife is not my best friend. No, best friends don't get things that wives don't get, man. See, my wife gets everything. A best friend, I don't have one. So, I find it beyond that. So, functioning alcoholics. I know. Me and my controversial. Let's go ahead and do introductions and get started. Let's do it. That way we can all get to the Bronco game. I'm not going to say anything. I don't think we're going to win. Welcome to the Daily Trudge. Hey, Trevor, good to see you. Trevor's my once a weeker. I seem to catch him on the weekends. So he must have one of those regular jobs, right? Good to have you, Trevor. If you're here, please say hello, whether watching the live or the rewatch. And I like the name Trevor. That's my brother's name. So cool name, too. All right. There is no such thing as a functioning alcoholic. They do not exist. Okay? We are dysfunctional, every single one of us. Every single one of us. We are hopeless. We are helpless. We are things like that. But we are not, you do not function. Okay? Yes, I know you paid your bills. You didn't get a DUI. Okay? But your life was unmanageable. That is dysfunction. There's no such thing. It doesn't exist. The only reason I could think of to call myself a functioning alcoholic is so that I would be terminally unique. And we're not. I'm not terminally unique. I used to think I was, but I'm not. Right? And who are we to deem that? So functioning means of sane mind, and you're insane. So no, you're not. You're still hurting people. You're still dangerous. You still isolate. Okay? But you're used to going in and getting to work. Okay? Give it long enough, you'll end up on fucking Skid Row. Don't worry about it. You'll get there. Okay? So let's not, there's already enough division going on in this country, in this world, everything else. We don't need it in AA. And you are not a functioning alcoholic. I'm sorry. I wish I could tell you different. Okay. When I was 18, I was in a place called the Phoenix Concept, and it was a halfway house for homeless alcoholics. Okay. Closest person my age was 32. His name was Mike. Okay. And Tim was 34. And they were the youngest ones. They let me hang out with them. So these were my buddies, man. So they make it. They're dead. We had this one guy come in, and he was in bad shape. bad shape. Okay. And we detoxed him. We didn't have a choice. This was late 80s. And he came in, and it was weeks. It was weeks. I think it was almost a month before he could even start remembering who he was. I mean, he was this close, right? And he hung out for a couple months. But as it turns out, he was not a Skid Row alcoholic. Nope. In fact, he had quite a lot of money. A lot of money. He owned several of the major bars around town. Okay. And the man who ran it, his name was Ray. He said, you ended up here. God is telling you something. Same thing happened to me. I was 18 and they let me in. They came to me a couple weeks later and said, if we would have known you were 18, we wouldn't have let you in. So God was working in my life. I could see that. Or I wouldn't have had the chance I had, right? And they told him, you ended up on Skid Row. You're just as bad as the rest of us. There's no other treatment that's going to be any better than what we are going to supply you. Just finish the program. It's a year-long program. He could not commit to that. Okay? He gave us a sizable donation, said thank you very much. 2 weeks later, he was dead. He asphyxiated from his own vomit in Las Vegas. They found him dead in a hotel room 2 weeks later. 2 weeks. We tried to tell him. See, status, alcohol doesn't consider status. It doesn't. You think it cares about your status or anything else? No, it has one single purpose, and that is to destroy families. That's its purpose. Alcohol is the worst drug out there, aside from fentanyl now. But for the longest time, alcohol is worse than. I know you did drugs and went to worse places, maybe. But maybe your experience was just different than mine. Yeah. Yeah. That's all it was. We're not any different. So let's stop. Let's stop with the whole. Whenever somebody says, I hope people don't see me, they get an automatic eye roll. Okay? Because they're talking out the side of their fucking head. I was a functioning alcoholic. And you see them do this. Watch them. They'll sit up. Their head will go up. Oh, because I'm better than you. I'm going to tell you what, that attitude is going to get you drunk. It's going to drive you out of the program. It's going to lead to a miserable life. So give up your fucking titles. Give up this. Give up that. Just say, I'm Dion. I'm an alcoholic. And join the darn meeting. Okay? You don't need to announce yourself differently. You don't. Okay? You don't need to say, I'm Dion and I'm a recovered alcoholic. You know why you don't want to do that? Because a lot of people don't understand that meeting. And what you're doing is actually causing controversy. Don't say that shit. No. Okay? I'm Dion, I'm an alcoholic, and I also deal with several different mental disorders. No. I'm Dion, I'm an alcoholic. Just keep it simple. Not everybody needs to know your stuff. And, what are you trying to say in the very beginning there? So when you're getting ready to speak, the first thing out of your mouth is crap. You think people are really going to listen to you after that? Because I tell you, most people in AA are not. Because what it feels like is what you're saying is that you're better than me. And we know that's not true. I know that's not true. I'm not better than anybody else. I'm the best that I can be each day. That's what I got, just like everyone else. So what are you going to do with it? That's what counts. Don't distinguish yourself. Get some action in your darn life. Go help another alcoholic. Do something astuteful, something that will help somebody else. Okay? And if you're going to meetings for yourself and not the newcomer, then you're going for the wrong reason. The ones that like old timers, you know, oh, I still feel like a newcomer. Shut your frickin' mouth. That one drives me crazy. No, you're not. I'm not a newcomer. Am I learning new things? Yes, but that does not make me a newcomer. I know this program. I'm not a newcomer. If you have more than 90 days, you're not a newcomer. Join us. Stop being a newcomer and join us. Because that's where the real joy is. That's where the real work happens. Okay? So let's not worry about all these other things. Okay? Now, what's the other reason we're going to say that? Because we want people to like us. Okay? I get that. I get that. So, all right. Game's on in 10 minutes. So, I'm going to. Not a lot done today. We've been moving stuff around. My kids are loud. He's a 2-year-old. You can't stop a 2-year-old from running back and forth. You just can't. So I moved my room. I'm moving my room to the family room down in the basement now. Ours, and it's huge, man. So now I got a huge bedroom and stuff. And my wife has let me do that so that I don't go upstairs and rip the kids a new butthole first. When I wake up, I'm not a happy person. Sometimes I wake up from nightmares, and if it woke me up from a bam, I'm in fight mode. When I wake up, the first thing I'm thinking is where's the threat? Where's the threat? Okay. And that's from being in group homes and jail and shit. Yeah. There are times I still eat fast. Okay. Because my brain tells me there's not enough. Because in group homes, if you didn't finish early, you didn't get seconds. Okay. So everybody ate as fast as they could. And to this day, I still do that. I actually have to stop. So now what I do is if I'm eating, I will put down the fork or I will put down the piece of pizza or whatever. So just off the cuff there. All right. Love you all. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it. It was good to see y'all. Ingrid, Trevor, Gary. Good to have y'all. I love you. Peace out.